Hey, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we are checking out Jurassic World's Hammond collection Mutadon. On the back, we have 3 images of the figure. Let us crack on and get it unpacked. Here it is out of the box, and this figure comes with 2 pairs of wings, one folded and one for flying. Out of the box, the Mutadon comes like this, requiring his left wing and tail to be attached. Packed in the box, we have his interchangeable wings. And here we have the Hammond collection Mutadon all put together, and the wing snaps into place nice and tight. The paint apps are nothing really special. We have this grey tone across the top of the figure. The markings on the wings look okay. The eyes seem brighter on one side than the other. We have no paint detailing on its claw-like hands, and this section of its wing has this brown tone over it. And here on both sides of its neck, we have a splash of cream paint detailing. Considering these are premium figures, we still get figures with substandard parts like this extra plastic on its jaw. We have the large brow ridges over its small eyes. The hook snout has some nice texturing to it. On top of its head, again we have these small osteoderms over it. The articulated jaw only opens this far, with a pale pink tone on its tongue and roof of its mouth. The teeth are fairly small and are not painted very well. We do have some nice skin texturing on the face between the beak and the eye. The figure has a saggy looking neck which has some skin wrinkling and folds. We have a splash of extra paint just here on the side which doesn't really stand out. We have this noticeable seam across the back of its head. The back has some small ridges on it along with fine skin texturing. The tail has the usual bendy wire and some fine skin texturing. I gotta say the wings seem a little small to me. The limbs have some fine texturing, and the wings have some vein detailing. The hand-like claws are unpainted and could have used some extra paint for the claws. The legs have some fine definition to them, with some skin texturing, and they are fairly slim looking. The calf muscle on this figure looks fairly small. We have a large dew claw here on the back. The feet look pretty good, with some nice detailing, but no contrasting tone on the claws. Having looked around it, I felt that Mattel produced an underwhelming Hammond collection figure. With a pretty basic colour scheme, and the wings seem to be a little small. I felt they should have concentrated on creating a decent figure instead of the gimmick of changeable wings. Even the underside of the figure is a little underwhelming. We had this cream tone with some skin detailing. Personally, I like the glass eyes. I felt they gave the figures that premium look, and removing them is a step backwards. Here's the articulation. The tail has a nice range of movement and can spin all the way around. Checking out his wings, they can spin all the way around and fold out to the side just like that. And his claw-like hands can move like this and rotate all the way around. The legs have 4 points of articulation, like here, at the knee, here, and finally, here at the feet. Moving up to its neck, it has a nice range of movement. You can rotate it all the way around. It can bob up and down. And it can also swing from side to side. The jaw is articulated, but it only opens this far. Here we have the spare set of interchangeable wings. These have similar paint apps and detailing as the other set of wings. The underside of the wings have no paint detailing but some skin texturing. We have identical claw-like hands which are articulated but have no extra paint detailing. Swapping over the wings, they snap out like this and clip into place just like that. Now let's do the other one. Now here we have his flying wings attached. I feel if you keep swapping the wings, they will get loose or the pegs will snap off. Now here we have all the other Mutadons that have been released in 2026. On the right we have the figures from the Ultimate Damage 2 pack. On the left we have the Strike Attack figure. The Strike Attack figure is roughly the same size as the Hammond collection. Here we have a nice topside view of the figures and their different style of wings. And here's a closer look at their head sculpts. Here we have both the figures from the Ultimate Damage 2 pack. This Mutadon has a wing flapping action as well as some battle damage. Here's a closer look at their head sculpts. Here we have the other figure from the 2-pack, and his wings are in more of a swept-back position. And here's a close-up of their head sculpts. It took a while for Mattel to release any sort of Mutadon figure from the new Jurassic World Rebirth movie. And now we have our third Mutadon release in 2026 with this Jurassic World Hammond collection figure. I personally don't think that this latest figure improves much on the Mutadon figures that have been recently released, other than the extra articulation and interchangeable wings. Even the Strike Attack figure's wings seem to have better proportions. The figure seems on the small side, much smaller than the Battle Damage 2-pack figures. The only real reason I see anyone getting this is if you're a Hammond Collection completist. Other than that, it's an okay figure to have if you have none of the others. Thanks for checking this video out.